Hi everyone. In today's session we will discuss about the Teradata multi-load. What is multi-load? What are the prerequisites of the multi-load? What are the limitations of the multi-load on the target table? And we will also see the difference between the fast load and multi-load. So let me quickly open the presentation which I have prepared for this session. From there we will move on. So multi-load or MLOad both are same. Multi-load, it can load data to multiple tables at a time. The max limit of the tables are 5 tables, and it can perform the task like insert, delete, update and upset. And within the script we can use maximum of 20 DML operations, and the target tables are not required for the multi-load. And multi-load has two modes. One is import mode, the other one is delete mode. Import mode can perform insert, update, delete and upset on operations on 5 tables, 5 target tables parallelly, and it can also import the data from network attached systems or mainframe attached systems using the custom access module. Delete mode can remove large volume of data from a single table, but used to perform delete operation on just one table. We can't use primary index on multi-load delete operation, as primary index access is AMP specific. But multi-load delete is built for the global delete. Let's see what are all the prerequisites of the multi-load. Multi-load prerequisites are work table, log tables, 2 error tables. In addition to that, we need target tables also. Log tables are used to maintain checkpoints taken during the load, which will be used for restart, and maintains the results from each phase of multi-load for restart purpose. I mean, it will have checkpoint where it got failed, and when you restart it, from the next record onwards, it will start running the script. And at the same time, it will have multiple phases. Multi-load has 5 phases of the data loading. So in which phase it got stopped, and when you restart it, that will consider as a restarting point, and from there it will start the execution. The second thing is error tables. As we all know that 2 error tables are required. One is for the identifying the conversion errors, constraint errors, and the second table is for the duplicate records. And third one is work tables. Multi-load script creates one work table per target table. Work table is used to keep DML tasks and input data. And limitations on the target tables are unique secondary index is not supported on target table, referential integrity is not supported, triggers on the target tables also not supported. And we will see multi-load terms. So log table, log on, database, begin multi-load tables, layout, DML label, checkpoint, import file, end MLOad, and log off. So I'm just reading out loud. So definitely I will show each and every command or term in action when we are while seeing the demo. Okay, we'll just move on to the next slide, which will talk about the difference between the fast load and multi-load. So here you can see fast load and multi-load. Fast load, we know it loads the data to one table at a time. Multi-load loads data up to 5 tables at a time. It does not load duplicate records. Duplicate data, fast load will not allow to insert duplicate records. But multi-load does not mind loading the duplicate records. For the fast load, table should be empty. For multi-load, it loads the data into the table, whether it can be either empty or full. As I mentioned you, full fast load has 2 phases and multi-load has 5 phases. Fast load don't have any modes, but whereas multi-load has 2 modes, one is import mode and delete mode. And fast load does not support NUSI, non-unique secondary index on the target table, but it supports non-unique secondary index non-unique secondary index on the target tables. And it applies access lock on target tables during the loading. It applies write lock on target tables during the loading. I mean, these are the differences between the fast load and multi-load. So now we will move forward and see the demo. In demo, I will show you all the terms and commands what we have discussed here, and I'll show all these things in the action. Let's move on to the demo. I have created sample scripts for multi-load demo. Let me quickly open the path where I have stored all these sample scripts. I'm just going to the path where I have stored all these scripts. Let it open. It is taking some time. Okay, so it is there in the D drive under the tools and samples, and I have multi-load here. So you can see all these scripts here. So I have created two scripts, but I will show you the 2_ multi-load script where I have created some meaningful data and the actual purpose of the multi-load loading into the multiple tables, right? So this example covers all those scenarios. So let me quickly open this script in Notepad++. And there you can see all the terms that I showed you in the presentation. Terms and terms or commands, we will be able to see it in the script. So this is the script. Extension is .ml, and the execution is we have to put mload and less than 2_ multi-load.ml. So the terms what we discussed in the presentation are like log table, log on, and begin mload tables, .dml label. These are the main terms that we discussed. I mean, when I was presenting the multi-load. So import in file. This is the input file, and end mload. So these are the critical and crucial multi-load commands and terms. Commands or terms, whatever we call it. So log table logs the entire execution process. Log on is to connect to the database, and create table, where we will create within the script we are creating tables. In the multi-load scenario, for every target table it will create work table, and we will have it can load multiple tables at a time parallelly. That is up to maximum 5 tables. In this scenario, in this example, I have used 3 tables. So what I'm doing here is I've created 3 tables: employee details, EMP name, EMP ID, EMP name, gender, department ID, department name with the department details, and EMP details is a cross-reference table. So and begin multi-load tables, and I'm loading the data which is coming from the CSV file, EMP details. Let me just open that EMP details also, so that you will get the complete picture on the input file. So I'm just loading it. Let's just start it. Yeah. Traffic on it. Okay. Now it's better. So here, employee ID, employee name, gender, and DPT ID and DPT name. So I have 5 columns. I just wanted to distribute these table columns, input file columns, into 3 tables. One is EMP, PTLS, and table is EMP underscore DPT underscore DPT. Okay, so these 3 tables, this will have EMP underscore ID name, and this will have gender. TLS, DEPTD TLS, we have these two things. And EMP DEPTD TLS, we have EMP underscore IT and DEPT underscore. This is a class. So this is how we are going to push this data into these many tables. So that is what is there in the script. So I have created 3 tables in the script: EMP DTLS with the EMP EMP name, gender, DEPT details, and EMP DEPT details. So it should load 2-3 tables. The same data needs to be pushed into 3 tables. And layout is the input file format. In the input file, as I showed you, there are 5 columns, right? So field input ID and input name, like that. I just mentioned all the columns that are there in the input file. Here we will represent it with the asterisk. In the field, in the fast load, we will give it within the brackets, parenthesis. So that is the difference here. And DML label, I have given as employee label. Under that DML label, I have used all the DML commands. So it has maximum of 20 DML limitation. Under the import in file, I mentioned the EMP details SCV. Because this var text represents comma, because the comma delimiter file, so it is comma here. So when we will just go ahead and execute it and see it how it is loading. Let's save it, and I'll just open the command window, cmd to the D drive. So I have all the scripts here. Now it is creating. Okay, it has completed successfully. So now we'll go and see the same in the data tables. Just refresh it and see the tables first. What tables we have created? DEPT details, EMP DEPT details, and EMP details. So let's put this first. Project works. EMP details. So in the same way, we have 3 tables: EMP details, DEPT details, and EMP DEPT details. So now I'm just trying to open these tables and see whether the data is loaded or not. So EMP details, it's loaded with the employee ID, employee name, and gender. Department loaded with department ID and department name, and EMP DEPT details loaded with EMP ID and DEPT ID. So this example tells us that it can load up to 5 tables, but in this example I tried only 3 tables. But still it is fine. If you have a 5 table requirement, you can add multiple tables there, and you can write the script. Hope this is this explained what I showed in the presentation, and I covered all the terms and commands which I showed in the presentation. If you have any queries or questions related to doubts related to this multi-load, please put it in the comments. I'll just go through it and I'll respond to you immediately. If you like this content, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. There are a lot of things in the pipeline. It will be useful for you. Thank you.